Sleepy Eyes greets you all, my dear viewers. Today, we dive into another captivating news story. Before we begin, don't forget to give Sleepy Eyes a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Without further ado, let's get started. Our female lead is named Minhwa. She's a stylish woman whose job is to accept payment to test men's true character. With her beauty and exceptional skills in playing the other woman, she easily conquers and exposes the hidden nature of these philandering men. Her latest mission is to capture the heart of the wealthy boyfriend of a particular client. The girlfriend sought out Minhwa, hoping she could test her boyfriend. However, the test subject, True Noyet Min, is a gentleman highly skilled in the art of love, constantly defying Minhwa's usual tactics. This presents a challenge for Minhwa, who is accustomed to easily identifying true philanderers. The struggle between the woman who exposes cheaters and a handsome, charming playboy is about to begin. Whoever falls into the trap of love first will be the loser. Watch with sleepy eyes to see how this exciting story unfolds. The story opens with a scene of a couple passionately embracing, their affection burning intensely. "Nene, are you happy about our date at this hotel tonight?" he murmurs. She coyly replies, "Not really." He, taken aback by her unexpected response, asks, "Not really? Then who are you posting about it for online? This sounds a bit fishy." She innocently answers, "You always said this hotel has a nice atmosphere, so I was just curious." In the midst of their sweet nothings, three women suddenly appear before them, their eyes sharp as daggers. "Honey," one short-haired woman strides forward, her voice like thunder. "No wonder you're a regular here. Now I know why." The man, hearing her words, breaks out in a cold sweat, stammering and unable to speak. Wife, why are you here?" The woman beside him turns, her expression still remarkably carefree. "Oh my, so you're already married." Nene is heartbroken. "I'm so sorry, sister. Nene didn't mean to ruin your family's happiness." As soon as she finishes speaking, the short-haired woman lunges forward, landing a few blows on the stunned young man. "How dare you? Why did you treat me like this?" The man cries out, raising his hands defensively. "Don't hit me anymore. Please, wife. I was wrong." Just then, a notification chime rings out. A transaction has just taken place. Money transferred into an account. The seemingly distressed Nene from moments ago is now beaming, having received a hefty sum from the short-haired woman. "Okay, I've received the remaining payment. Thank you, sister." Her face is bright with a satisfied smile. "Thank you for using my services. I wish you a happy life." After the swift transaction, Nene turns to leave. Before she can go, the short-haired wife suddenly calls out, "Wait." Nene turns back in surprise. "What is it, sister? Is there anything else you need?" The wife replies, No, it's not that. It's just what am I supposed to do now?" The wife's face was a mask of quiet misery. "He was caught red-handed, but we haven't been married long. Our parents are old friends. How can I face this? What am I supposed to do?" Minhwa feigned indifference. "Honestly, that's your problem," she said, her voice laced with a careless unconcern. The wife flinched at her bluntness. "I was hired to test his fidelity, not to be your therapist. If you want a shoulder to cry on, you've got the wrong person. Besides, I made it clear from the start that you assume all risks. So why are you asking me what to do now?" Minhwa's words hung in the air, leaving the wife speechless. Hadn't this all been a choice? Let me introduce myself. I'm Minhwa, a professional fidelity tester. Put simply, I'm a nameless, ageless actress who helps clients test whether their partners or lovers can resist temptation. My principle is to only conduct the test. I'm not responsible for the consequences. Clients must face the fallout themselves. And today, I have a new assignment. My client this time is the heiress of the 10 Group Corporation. She met her boyfriend in a bar. After a whirlwind romance, she's head over heels, but also uncertain about the relationship. A character profile appeared, detailing the target's status, income, assets, and whereabouts, all meticulously listed. The client wants to confirm whether her boyfriend is truly interested in her or just her family's wealth. The manager, practically vibrating with excitement, handed over a file. "This is a huge commission. Take a good look at the details." Despite the manager's enthusiasm, Minhwa remained unimpressed. "I don't want it," she grumbled, a frown etched on her face as she sipped her coffee. It's probably another classic case of a Phoenix man trying to climb the social ladder. She paused. Phoenix man, you ask? Let me tell you. It's a term for men from humble beginnings who flock to big cities, hoping for a quick rise to success by leveraging the economic and social resources of others, especially women. Mine's continued refusal was met with the manager's growing frustration. It's a gold mine. Why wouldn't you take it? If you don't take this job, you'll be stuck selling handmade bags while dreaming of designer labels and La Mer skincare. The manager's tirade finally wore Mine down. With a sigh of resignation, she conceded, Fine, Your Majesty. You win. With the deal sealed, Mine resumed her usual routine. The first step was reconnaissance. Like a detective, she equipped herself with binoculars, ready to observe her target. Hidden in a bush, Mine watched her target's every move. This Phoenix man is certainly interesting, she mused. After intently observing him for a while, Mine still couldn't find anything unusual. In the distance, the Phoenix man was kneeling, offering a balloon string to a little girl who was crying her eyes out. Look here, he said. I'll get this balloon down for you. Here you go. Don't cry anymore. Be a good girl, okay? Stop crying. This Phoenix man was actually quite handsome. He spoke to the little girl in a soothing voice. Let me help you find your mother, okay? If you keep crying, you won't be cute anymore. Mine, witnessing this whole scene of him comforting the child, wore a disgruntled expression. What's with this guy? Is he accumulating good karma or something? This is such a waste of time. Or maybe he broke some heavenly law in a past life. Is that it? And it didn't stop there. This Phoenix man then lent his motorbike to a delivery driver whose vehicle had broken down. Just use mine, he'd said. I'm not in a hurry. You need it more than I do right now. The delivery driver was stunned. Huh, did I hear that right? Is that okay? Thank you so much, man. And there's something even more shocking. Let me tell you all about it. Yesterday, on the subway, this Phoenix man even rejected advances from young women. Can you believe it? These girls were practically swooning over him. Handsome, can we be friends? They'd asked. But the Phoenix man, cool as a cucumber, surprised everyone with his response. I'm so sorry, ladies, but I have a girlfriend. She'd be very upset, so please excuse me. Oh, and I almost forgot one more thing. Even when a dog peed outside the shop where he works part-time, he didn't get angry at all. It's unbelievable. What's going on in this guy's head? Not only did he not get angry, he even spoke to the dog in a comforting tone. Hey, you can't pee here. If you really need to go somewhere else. My shop is nice and clean. You can't do that here. And then he went to the pet store and bought food for the dog. Can you believe it? Here you go, little fella. This is for you. You can't pee in front of my shop anymore. Okay? Here, eat up. It's infuriating. After observing him for days and nights, Mine was at a loss for words. This man's personality. I'm speechless. A level 6 Phoenix man. There are no words to describe him. This is going to be tricky. I'll have to ask the client for more money. This isn't some easy gig. Mine, feeling a headache coming on, closed her eyes and muttered a mantra. But no matter how difficult it is, I have to overcome it. I'll just start the job and see where it goes. Whether he's a rooster or a phoenix, I'll find out soon enough. I can't give up so easily. And so, Mine began her adventure. This case seems interesting. She carried her suitcase to the apartment building to begin her work, just like always. As expected, the heiress had rented the apartment next door. Mine looked up and saw the sign for apartment 602. Of course. After all, the deposit was $100,000. This is it, she thought to herself. With her family background, she's worried that this man loves her money more than her. This assignment is truly bizarre. After a moment of thought, Mine closed her eyes, a look of understanding dawning on her face. Wasn't the answer obvious? Eager to confirm her suspicions and enlighten this naive young woman, her client, the heiress, Mine set off with a renewed sense of purpose. Suddenly, she bumped into someone, letting out a small cry. A flustered apology followed from behind. So sorry, I bumped into your suitcase. Mine responded with a smile. No worries, it was my fault for leaving it in your way. As she spoke, her eyes widened in surprise, taking in the long, slender legs before her. Wow, those are some legs. I'll move my suitcase right away. Looking up, she saw a familiar figure. The young man smiled back. Mine, upon seeing him, was overjoyed. Oh ho, I've finally found my level 6 Phoenix man. Composing herself, she replied, Hello, I'm Fu Mine. I just moved in today. Let me know if I can help you with anything. the scene shifted to a bustling, vibrant space. Coming right up. Hey there, another round for this table. Okay, coming right up. Three young women waved enthusiastically. Bring us another plate of your house special. And another one over here. Looking closer, Mine realized the waiter looked familiar. This is him, the level 6 Phoenix man, with the same gentle smile and earnest gaze. He replied, coming right up, coming right up. I'll be there in a moment. Please wait just a little longer. He expertly balanced 2 trays in his hands, clearly a seasoned professional. As he walked, a bartender called out from behind, Hey, you've been really energetic lately. Something good happened. He responded with a smile, No, you're imagining things. He then continued carrying the trays. The bartender, still suspicious, muttered, Clearly something's up. Why are you hiding it from me? Maybe it's because of that project he's been working on. Mine arrived at her destination, having hitched a ride with an acquaintance. Thanks for the lift, Hal. Stepping out of the car, she waved goodbye. Anything for you. Driving you around for a day is nothing. You're such a smooth talker, she replied. Despite her polite words, Mine inwardly cursed. Hurry up and leave, you creep. Who wants to ride in your car anyway? I need to finish this assignment quickly. I'm so sick of this. As she entered the establishment, a voice greeted her. Welcome. She walked in, waving her hand. I'm Fu. I have a reservation at 9 p.m. At that moment, the Phoenix man turned his head. Welcome, Miss Fu. Your private room is ready. Hearing the familiar voice, Mine turned, freezing in surprise. Wait, it's you. The Phoenix man also froze, staring at her, speechless. Suddenly, she rushed towards him, her face lighting up. It's my handsome neighbor. What are you doing here? Taking in his uniform, she complimented him. Wow, that outfit really suits you. You look so handsome. Thanks so much. I work here. What a coincidence. I found this place online and decided to give it a try. I never expected to see you here. I know, right? What a coincidence. I can't believe it. Mine had barely settled at her table when a drink arrived. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mississippi. This is the Bay Breeze you ordered. Mine's face lit up. Ooh, this looks delicious. It smells amazing. I can't wait to try it. The waiter glanced towards the other side of the restaurant. This one's on the house, courtesy of the owner. He said since you're a new customer, your first drink is free. From across the room, the owner waved enthusiastically at Mine. Hello there, beautiful. Mine, flattered, expressed her gratitude. Thank you so much. I wish you great success in your business. The waiter smiled. Enjoy your drink, Mississippi. I'll be back to take further orders. Mine took a sip, her eyes still on the Phoenix man. He's quite the hard worker, she mused, working from morning till night. I wouldn't have guessed a level 6 Phoenix man would be so diligent. And he's incredibly popular with the ladies. Half the female customers are probably here because of him. Across the room, the Phoenix man continued serving customers with an affable demeanor. Your order is ready, Mississippi. Thank you. Could I add you on WeChat? Mine watched his every move, silently assessing him. With his looks and personality, she thought, even if he truly is after sugar daddy's wealth, he's got potential. With the right training, he could really go places. Maybe, she continued her internal monologue, or maybe not. I just can't fathom the minds of the wealthy. Do rich people think differently than us regular folk? After a moment of contemplation, Mine reached a conclusion. He's constantly busy. I don't see an opening to make my move. Just as she was starting to feel discouraged, an idea sparked in her mind. I've got it. Yes, I know what to do. After a long stretch of serving customers, the Phoenix man stepped out back for a cigarette break. Phew, I'm exhausted, he sighed. When's that new hire supposed to start? He was enjoying a moment of respite when a voice called from inside. Excuse me, is this gentleman's beer ready? The Phoenix man looked towards the interior of the restaurant. Coming right up, another voice responded. No need, you could take a break. Mine appeared like a deus ex machina, a bright smile on her face. That customer wanted to switch to a cocktail. I already took it over. The Phoenix man was stunned to see the vibrant, energetic young woman standing before him. It was the same customer from earlier. How could this be? Miss, he stammered, utterly bewildered. Why are you dressed like that? Mine responded casually, as if nothing were out of the ordinary. The owner said my hair was too long and unhygienic, so he suggested I tie it up. What do you think? Cute, right? The Phoenix man quickly clarified. That's not what I meant. I meant, why are you dressed like a waitress? He noticed the cigarette in his hand. Mine's eyes widened. Neighbor, are you smoking in here? Flustered, he explained, this isn't a cigarette. It's candy for my low blood sugar. I have one sometimes when I'm feeling faint. Oh, I see, Mine replied. I thought you were smoking. He offered the candy for her inspection. Here, see for yourself. Wow, cool, she exclaimed. Mine turned to leave, leaving the Phoenix man dumbfounded. Wait a minute, he called after her. You're changing the subject. Mine laughed brightly. Ha ha ha. Just trying to help a neighbor out. She waved as she walked away. After all, we are neighbors. I want to build a good relationship with you. Besides, the owner already agreed. Do you have any other issues? The young man, exasperated, replied, There's just no reasoning with you. Then, with a mischievous glint in her eye, Mine added, I won't do this for free, you know. I'll make you pay dearly. The Phoenix man, intrigued, asked, I'm curious. What kind of paying dearly are we talking about? I don't have much to offer. Mine, without answering directly, suggested, Well then, let's get to work. Just as they were about to move, he stopped her. Oh, wait a minute. He stepped closer, reaching behind her to adjust her apron. Your apron isn't tied properly. It could easily slip down. Mine politely replied, Oh, thank you. A blush crept up Mine's neck as she thought, Oh my God, help me. He's so smooth. I'm the top flirt in this industry. I can't lose. Time for a counterattack. Glancing at him, she asked, By the way, neighbor, is your name Xiao Ming? Which Ming is it? Xiao Ming, the Phoenix man of her affections, answered, The Ming and Mijiming. Mine thought, How peculiar. It can't be the Ming from Zuyaming Zheng, can it? Note, Mijiming refers to the inscription on a tombstone, often seen in historical dramas. Zuyaming refers to a motto or maxim. She then asked, Xiao Ming, have you seen my human-shaped phone charger? Confused, Xiao Ming wondered what she was getting at. Suddenly, Mine lunged forward and hugged him. I saw it earlier and wanted to try charging myself. Hee hee, this is the price you pay for charming me. Xiao Ming was stunned by her sudden embrace. Miss, why did you? Mine pulled away, leaving a bewildered Xiao Ming in her wake. Charming? When did I charm you? Are you mistaken? Hello. Observing his confused reaction, Mine thought, This is boring. A blockhead like this who doesn't understand romance? My client has nothing to worry about. Just then, the table was filled with dishes. Here are your appetizers. Hello, we like a beer over here. Xiao Ming walked over to the bar and spoke to the bartender. The content of their conversation was unclear, but the bartender seemed incredulous after hearing Xiao Ming's words. That girl? Isn't she supposed to be very charming? She doesn't seem as bad as you say. Xiao Ming stated firmly, It's all an act. The bartender interrupted, Surely not. I don't believe she's that good of an actress. Xiao Ming, with a determined look, replied, And are my acting skills not good? Hearing this, the bartender grimaced. You're right. Lately, you've been so kind and straightforward it's giving me goosebumps. Xiao Ming retorted, Boss, seriously? You're the boss. Why are you bartending? Boss, don't push your luck. I'll charge you by the hour, and I'm expensive. You can't afford me. He then glanced back at Miss Fu. If I'm not tasty enough, how did she take the bait? Looking over, Mine saw Miss Fu, beaming, carrying a tray laden with food and drinks. She was right. Mine mused, That girl's a scammer. The scene shifted abruptly. Urgent voices clamored. Get them to the emergency room. Quick, where's the family? Where's the family? Attend to the patient immediately. Their breathing is shallow. Their heart rate is dropping. Anxiety filled the air. I heard he was caught cheating by his girlfriend, someone whispered. During the argument, he accidentally fell from a height. Another voice countered, but I heard it was a setup. A curious voice chimed in. Right. I think his girlfriend hired a Phoenix man tester to do this. But Lin Miao couldn't resist temptation, could he? Another voice quickly hushed the gossip. Shush, he's in the hospital. Don't talk nonsense. So this is what they call a Phoenix man tester. But thinking about it, isn't this whole thing ridiculous? Relationships are between two people. How dare they use the title Phoenix man tester to justify hurting someone like this? The scene cut to a text message exchange between Mine and Xiao Ming. Are you asleep? She typed. Not yet, he replied. What's up? Nothing, she answered. Did your girlfriend fight with you again? Do you need me to tell her we're just friends? Mine's messages went unanswered. What's wrong? She pressed. Are you okay? Mine, the self-proclaimed Phoenix man tester, seethed. I'll show you what the bitter taste of love really is. The scene returned to Mine at Xiao Ming's restaurant. Before leaving, Mine approached him coyly. Could I possibly get a ride home with you? She asked, a helmet already in hand. Xiao Ming smiled brightly. Of course. It's just a ride. No big deal. If you don't mind my electric scooter, hop on. Minge feigen se vions. How could I mind? Thank you so much. She climbed onto the back of Xiao Ming's ride. This doesn't look like an electric scooter, she observed. It was clearly a Rolls-Royce Phantom. Xiao Ming replied innocently, this is my AE86. For those unfamiliar, an AE86 is a Toyota, a Japanese car. Xiao Ming continued candidly. Now that I think about it, this is the first time I've given someone a ride. I'm a little nervous. Please bear with me. They rode off, seemingly carefree. From the back seat, Mine inquired, really? No other girl has ever been on your bike. To her question, Xiao Ming simply replied, my girlfriend thinks motorcycles are unsafe, so she doesn't want to ride on them. Mine pressed further. Oh, Xiao Ming has a girlfriend? As he drove, Xiao Ming answered, yeah, she's the one who rents my place. Isn't that strange? Suddenly, he spotted an obstacle in the distance. Danger, he shouted. Hold on tight. Mine shrieked in mock terror. What is it? Why don't I have a sugar daddy like that? She fumed internally. This guy is so blatant about spending his girlfriend's money. Wait, maybe he's playing the kept man card. What's a kept man, you ask? It's a gentle, delicate man who relies on and is dependent on a woman. Or as some might say, a toy boy. Mine resolved, I'll show him what's what today. Then Mine's soft voice drifted from behind. What a pity. It seems the flower already has an owner. But I don't mind scooters, you know. You could reconsider me. See if I'm a sweeter deal. Hearing these words, Xiao Ming immediately turned his head, his face flushing crimson. He stammered, unable to form a coherent sentence. In that moment of distraction, he lost control of his scooter. Mine, perched precariously on the back, cried out in alarm. Focus. Watch out. There's a car ahead. Just as she finished speaking, a loud crash echoed, shaking the branches of a nearby tree. The scooter lay in a mangled heap on the road. Mine sat on the ground, covered in scrapes and bruises, moaning softly. Ow, ow, ouch, I'm dying. Oh, Mom. A young man appeared, scratching his head nervously. He stammered to the two figures before him, I'm so sorry. I was driving and got distracted. Let me take you to the hospital. Xiao Ming frantically turned to Mine. Ming, are you okay? Are you hurt? He peppered her with anxious questions. Where are you hurt? Your arm? Is it okay? How about your legs? Your knee? Oh no, it's bleeding. Don't worry, it won't scar. The young man, feeling increasingly superfluous, ventured, so can I go now? Mine replied to Xiao Ming, I'm fine. Don't worry. Immediately, Xiao Ming's protective instincts flared, and he rounded on the other young man, yelling, what kind of driving was that? Do you think you're in a bicycle race in the countryside? What if you'd scarred her for life? The young man held up his hands defensively. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to. I'll compensate you. Xiao Ming cut him off sharply. This isn't about compensation. Witnessing Xiao Ming's fierce protectiveness, Mine inwardly assessed the situation. She hadn't expected him to care so much. Xiao Ming, she said, let it go. I'm really okay. Hearing her voice, Xiao Ming returned to her side, solicitous once more. Are you sure? Nothing else hurts besides the scrapes. The relieved young man, having been let off the hook, gave a hearty laugh. Thanks. Thanks for not pressing charges. I'll be going then. Xiao Ming remained attentive to Mine. Let me help you up. Okay, help me up, she replied. As she stood, wincing and stretching gingerly, Mine cried out, ouch. Xiao Ming immediately panicked. What's wrong? Are you all right? Mine replied, I think I've sprained my ankle. After a moment of thought, Xiao Ming exclaimed, oh no, what are we going to do? A thought struck him, and he suddenly turned and swept Mine into his arms. He began to carry her. Authors aside, look at this skinny young man. Surprisingly strong, isn't he? Seeing Xiao Ming walking away without a thought for the scooter, Mine asked, what about the scooter? It seems to be broken. Anyway, we're not far from your place. I'll carry you home and come back for it later. But I'm heavy, Xiao Ming retorted. What nonsense are you talking about? He even teased her. Does it feel like I'm carrying nothing at all? You need to eat more and put on some weight. It's like carrying a child. Sensing that her hook had been taken, Mine knew her opportunity had arrived. She immediately pressed her chest against his back, their bodies close. She whispered in his ear, oh, I eat a lot, you know. Don't you sense it? Xiao Ming froze for a few seconds when he realized the suspicious girl had her arms slung around his neck, clinging to him. He knew. This was the infamous Phoenix Man tester. She had arrived. But he wasn't just anyone either. It's just using what I've got. Nothing special, he thought, a smirk playing on his lips. If you want to play a game, I'll play along. Outwardly, Xiao Ming feigned fluster. He stammered, stop messing around. If you keep this up, I'm leaving you here and going home by myself. Seeing the inexperienced young man squirming, Mine laughed triumphantly. Haha, you're blushing. Xiao Ming mumbled a denial. And no, I'm not. Then he added, "You're actually a really good person." Mine was taken aback. She couldn't fathom what Xiao Ming was thinking. Was he complimenting her? Xiao Ming continued softly, "So I hope you can find a man who truly appreciates you." Mine froze again, eyes wide, completely bewildered. What is going on in his head? She wondered. There are no good men. If there were, would my profession even exist? As they walked, a sudden joy surged through Mine. She gazed up at the star-filled sky. "So many stars tonight," she sighed dreamily. Xiao Ming, walking beside her, smiled and cautioned, I know. Be careful." Her face glowed with excitement. "This one's definitely going to work. I'll make this Phoenix man pay dearly." Meanwhile, Xiao Ming was also scheming, his mind already racing ahead to the next steps of his plan. They finally arrived back at her place. "All right, inside we go. This should be good enough." Mine was covered in bandages. Ow, she winced. "Thank you so much, Xiao Ming," she sighed. "So late, and you still help me with my injuries." "It's all because I don't have any first aid supplies at home." Xiao Ming smiled brightly. "Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. You just moved in, so it's perfectly normal not to have a first aid kit yet." Mine felt compelled to reiterate her gratitude. "But still, thank you so much for coming all this way." Xiao Ming beamed at her words. "If you say so, shouldn't I be thanking you even more? If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be feeling so at ease right now." Mine laughed. "Haha, you're right. This back and forth thanking is getting a little weird." Xiao Ming chuckled in agreement. "Exactly. It's getting a bit awkward, huh?" He turned and started gathering things. "If you don't have any medicine, I'll leave you some." He busied himself, muttering, this, and this will do. Yes. Mine's mind raced. The mood is perfect. Time to strike the final blow. "Let's see me tear down your warm-hearted guy facade." She spoke. "Hey, Xiao Ming, do you want a drink?" The young man turned, flashing a bright smile. "I don't want a drink, thanks." Hearing Xiao Ming's refusal, Mine felt a pang of disappointment. "Really? You're turning me down flat? I was so good today. Aren't you going to reward me a little?" Xiao Ming replied instantly. "I already bought you a special milk tea." Mine gasped in surprise. "Wow, Xiao Ming, you're so thoughtful." She then rushed forward, throwing her arms around Xiao Ming. "A good friend like you. Why can't you be mine?" Wah, it's so unfair." Mine looked up at Xiao Ming intently. "Really? Can't you be with me?" Xiao Ming, flustered, tried to gently push her away. "If you keep teasing me like this, I'm really going to ignore you." Mine, feigning seriousness, continued. "Xiao Ming, I'm not joking. I'm being very serious." Xiao Ming stood frozen by her words. Then he stammered, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on." He immediately pushed me, further away and bowed his head apologetically. "You're really nice, but I already have a girlfriend. So, please don't waste your time on me. You should spend that time finding someone better." Mine assessed him silently, thinking, not the warm and fuzzy type. Just doesn't feel safe at all, huh? She looked embarrassed, a blush creeping up her cheeks. A bead of sweat trickled down her forehead. This might be tough. Seeing that a more direct approach wasn't working, Mine decided to ease up. "I'll let him off the hook for now. Being too hasty will make him defensive." Composing herself, she smoothed her clothes and said to Xiao Ming, "It's clearly my fault for causing you trouble, yet you're apologizing to me. I shouldn't have said those things." After a bit more back and forth, Xiao Ming turned to leave. "Well, it's getting late. I should go. Get some rest. Let me walk you to the door," Mine offered. "No need. Your leg is still hurt. I can manage." Mine persisted. "I want to." Reaching the door, Xiao Ming turned back to Mine. "All right, you should get some rest now." "Okay, good night then." As he walked away, he suddenly remembered something and spun around. "Oh, right, I almost forgot something important. Give me your number." He turned back with a tender expression. "It's inconvenient for you to get around lately. I can drop by and check on you." Mine thought to herself, "Oh my God, I thought it was something serious. He acts all concerned, but he doesn't want to be with me. Leading me on, so that's his game." She was about to give him her number when Xiao Ming suddenly exclaimed, "Oh no, my phone's dead." Mine, ever resourceful, chirped, "No worries, just tell me. I have a great memory, especially for the numbers of loved ones." Just then, a young woman approached, her elegant attire catching the eye. Seeing Xiao Ming with another girl, she asked curiously, "Xiao Ming? Oh, there you are." Xiao Ming looked up, feigning embarrassment. "Huh, what are you doing here?" Mine, standing beside him, eyed the girl before them curiously. "Who's this?" she asked. The girl turned to Xiao Ming, a hint of reproach in her voice. You're asking me that? I called you like a million times. Why did you turn off your phone? I was worried sick. Mine, observing the scene, felt a surge of joy. A beautiful girl looking for Xiao Ming in the middle of the night? This was working out perfectly. An early night off. Excellent, 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 she thought. While Mine looked on with amusement, the other girl seemed irritated. She stepped closer to Xiao Ming. You scare me half to death. Xiao Ming tried to placate her. All right, don't cry. Let's go home and talk. Just as they were about to leave, they both froze. Wait a minute, Mine thought. That voice sounds familiar. Xiao Ming turned and waved goodbye to Mine. My girlfriend and I are going home now. Aha! Mine realized who the newcomer was. So that's his sponsor, the legendary Gaoni. Not bad at all. She had only glimpsed her once before. All their other interactions had been over the phone. I almost didn't recognize her, Mine mused. This is the female lead of this whole story, folks. But why is she here now? If she pops up like that again without warning, Mine thought, I'm going to charge her extra. The mood was perfect. I was just about to get down to business, and she shows up, but she's already paid me a hefty sum. Oh well, I guess I'll write tonight off as a loss. Back with Xiao Ming and Luonhe, Xiao Ming spoke with a touch of annoyance. Do you know you almost ruined everything just now? Luonhe stammered, I didn't know. I'm sorry. She offered a bright smile. I thought something bad had happened when you didn't answer. I just want to make sure you were okay. I called you over 20 times. Xiao Ming let out a huff. So, you're the one who drained my battery. But what kind of danger did you think I was in? Luonhe smiled again. You never know. You're undercover, after all. Xiao Ming looked at her, puzzled. Undercover? What are you talking about? Luonhe blushed slightly. Anyway, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't ruin your plans. Xiao Ming turned to leave, clearly irritated. You did ruin my plans. Luonhe's eyes welled up. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please don't ignore me. I'm not usually this clingy. Xiao Ming sighed and turned back to her. So what did you need? You called over 20 times. Luonhe remembered. Oh, right. My father wanted me to bring you these company documents to sign. Xiao Ming said, oh, give them here. Luonhe added, he also said that if you don't come back to the company, he's going to disown you. Xiao Ming replied calmly. Oh, okay. Xiao Ming's calm demeanor prompted Luonhe to ask, Viet Minh, are you really okay with this? Xiao Ming sighed. That old man used the same line to force me to eat carrots when I was in kindergarten. It's a powerful tactic. Meanwhile, he finished signing. There, I've signed it. Luonhe offered a solution. How about I just tell them you're going on a trip? Xiao Ming agreed. All right, that works. Thanks for your trouble. Okay, then I'll be going. Did you drive yourself? Xiao Ming asked. Yes, I drove myself. Okay, I'll walk you down to the garage. And so, the conversation continued. But isn't it strange for us to just walk out like this? Xiao Ming wondered aloud. Huh, what's strange about it? Luonhe explained. Won't she suspect our relationship is too good? It doesn't look like a couple about to break up. So, what do you want to do? Xiao Ming asked. Suddenly, a loud commotion erupted. True Viet Minh, you've gone too far. Hearing this, Gigi, mid-sip of her drink, thought, what in the world is going on? The sound of a crash echoed from inside the room. Curious, Gigi went to eavesdrop. You hid another woman from me and brought her home. This is outrageous. From inside, a voice, seemingly Xiao Ming's, tried to explain. It's not what you think. Gigi thought, this sounds just like a drama. A woman's shriek pierced the air. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't see anything. Inside, Luonhe was putting on quite a performance. Viet Minh, you idiot. I'm never speaking to you again. Xiao Ming was taken aback by her dramatic display. Has she been watching too many soap operas? She's acting just like one. Seeing him frozen, Luonhe prompted. Well, say something. Don't just stand there. Xiao Ming wasn't one to be outdone. The two were clearly working together. Luonhe, please let me explain. By this time, Luonhe had reached the door. With a dramatic flourish, she declared, I won't listen. I'm leaving. You're on your own. Xiao Ming stood rooted to the spot, speechless, feigning helplessness. Glancing outside, he was startled to see someone sprawled on the ground. He rushed over to find Mine lying there. Where did she come from? It's like she popped out of ground. He immediately helped her up. Miss Mine, are you all right? I'll help you home. As he looked up to head back inside, he realized the door had been slammed shut. With no other option, he decided to carry Mine toward his own room. No choice. Come to my place for now. He carried Mine into his room. He laid her on the bed and observed her flushed face. Is she really sick? But her timing is too perfect. Could this be another act? He immediately pulled out his phone and called Luonhe. Hello, Luonhe? I'm really sorry about what just happened. So, she's a professional actress too, huh? Then Xiao Ming feigned panic. I'm not angry anymore, but there's one more thing. It seems like our neighbor is sick and collapsed right in front of our door. Meanwhile, Mine slowly opened her eyes from where she lay outside. Her own door was locked. She peeked through a crack, observing what Xiao Ming was doing. She'd already anticipated his reaction, but this textbook response felt a little fake. Something fell off. After the phone call, Xiao Ming hung up, saying goodbye to Luoni. By now, Mine was fully awake. She said to Xiao Ming, "If your girlfriend didn't agree, you were just going to leave me outside the back door?" Xiao Ming replied, "Yes. If you were faking it, Miss Mine, I would have politely refused you and asked you to leave." He'd barely finished speaking when Mine cut him off. "I'm so embarrassed. I think I'm going to be sick." Xiao Ming flustered. "What? Sick again?" Seizing the opportunity, Mine pulled him down onto the bed. "Are you mad at me?" she purred. Taken aback by her boldness, Xiao Ming calmly asked, "Do you want to get better or not?" Mine replied, "Yes. I feel like I'm dying." "Baby, come on." She thought he was finally going along with her act, but Xiao Ming turned away, leaving Mine utterly frustrated. "What the heck?" On the other side of the room, Xiao Ming said, "I'm leaving." Mine couldn't believe he was walking away at this point. She stammered, trying to save face. "Actually, I do have a fever. I'm just not that nauseous." Xiao Ming turned back, looking concerned. "I'm genuinely worried about you. Pulling stunts like this isn't funny." His words seemed to prick Mine's conscience. Then he turned to leave again. "If it's not serious, go back to your room and lie down. I'll bring you some medicine in the morning." Mine mumbled, "Fine." Despite her annoyance, she acknowledged his offer of medicine. He does have some conscience, she thought. This guy, if he's not acting, then he's truly one of a kind, the best guy I've ever met. If that's how he's going to be, she decided, I'll have to use my ultimate move. If he doesn't fall for this, I can at least get some rest. She coyly smoothed her hair and looked at Xiao Ming. I didn't bring my key." Xiao Ming turned, exasperated. "You're lying again. If you keep this up, I'll really get angry." Mine quickly explained, "No, wait. I just wanted to be honest with you. It's just," she hesitated, then blurted out, "I fell in love with you at first sight." Xiao Ming froze, his cheeks flushing crimson. Mine immediately pressed her advantage, launching into a full-blown assault. "I know it's wrong to deceive you. I know you care about your girlfriend, but I can't help myself. Don't you like me even a little?" Mine used all her charms, her shoulders bare, her face flushed as she gazed intently at Xiao Ming. "I won't do this again. It's just," she trailed off, then asked, "Don't I have even a sliver of a chance?" The moment was interrupted by a call from Mine's manager. "Mine, any progress on yesterday's job?" Mine stammered, "Me? I guess after meeting so many bad guys, running into a decent one makes him seem like a saint. But how should I put this?" Back to the scene where both sides are acting awkwardly. "Seriously, I don't even have a sliver of a chance," Xiao Ming thought, staring intently, before suddenly blurting out something that nearly made Gigi faint on the spot. "Hey, your shirt slipped down. You'll catch a cold." He then calmly reached out and pulled Gigi's shirt back up. She froze, embarrassed. Tried to recover, she stammered, "Oh, thanks. Now's the time for delusional talk, huh? Do you even understand the intensely charged atmosphere here? Why would you say that?" "Oh man," the young man nonchalantly replied. "I think I'll just go home then. Sorry to bother you." Gigi resolutely declared she wouldn't give up. Turning back, her pretty face determined, she thought, well, he's single, and I'm single. I can still try to make him get to know me again. Xiao Ming shuddered at her bold words. But, as they say, Gigi held up her hand. A smart bird chooses the right branch to perch on. A smart girl chooses a bunch of drunk guys to, wait, that's not right. Is it? Hearing this, Xiao Ming froze, cold sweat beading on his forehead. He couldn't believe she'd actually said that. Gigi, her eyes wide and cheeks flushed a charming pink, looked at him expectantly. He suddenly chuckled, his eyes crinkling. That's not how you use that saying. The scene shifted to the conversation between Mine and her manager. Seriously, you're this involved, and he's still indifferent? That's strange. Mine felt a pang of frustration in her chest. That's what I'm saying. He's so stubborn. That Zhao Viet Minh guy. If it weren't for maintaining my professional image, I swear you're not his type at all. So, are you going to end the commission? Give up that easily. Mine replied, I'll give a brief report to the client first, see what she thinks, then decide. All right, sounds good. Gotta go, bye. Gigi concluded her story. So, that's everything that happened today. I've told you all about it. Gigi immediately called her client. Yes, the target firmly rejected all my advances. Personally, I think he's trustworthy. She expected the client to give up, but to her surprise, the woman was determined to continue, leaving Gigi astonished. You still want to proceed? Ever the professional, Gigi was committed to her client satisfaction. All right, I understand. I'll go to the bar again tonight to observe and report back to you when the time is right. Bye-bye. Hanging up, Gigi sighed, exasperated. This woman is unbelievable. Romance is such a hassle. Why are people so complicated? That evening, Gigi returned to the bar, ready to deploy her final move. Bartender, a beer, please. With her usual bright smile, Mine arrived at the bar and greeted the owner. You again? Back to help out. Mine replied cheerfully. Hello. I'm a genuine customer today. Okay. Just as she finished speaking, Xiao Ming appeared beside her. Mine glanced at him. Why are you here again? Over your fever already. Mine calmly replied. Haha, my friend, and I just happened to arrange to have drinks here. But she said something came up and she'll be a little late. Looks like I'll have to grab a drink by myself first. Xiao Ming mumbled casually, flashing a bright, almost dazzling smile. Zhang Jia, if your friend still hasn't arrived by the time I'm done with work, wait for me and we can leave together. Mine thought, oh my god, Xiao Ming, you're so sweet. Just as her heart fluttered with a touch of romantic anticipation, Xiao Ming deflated her hopes with a single sentence. Just don't get any funny ideas. Mine playfully stuck her tongue out at him. Inside the bar, a few women watched their interaction, a flicker of jealousy in their eyes. Who is that girl? One whispered. Just then, a voice asked, excuse me, where's the restroom? The bartender replied, up the stairs and to the right. Thank you, Mine responded, heading towards the restroom. Once inside, she checked her reflection, adjusting her hair and clothes. Overworking myself to death, she muttered. I need to make time for a spa day. Lost in her thoughts, she was startled by 3 women entering the restroom, their voices laced with hostility. Hey you, can you stop talking to Zhao Vietman? Gigi turned to face them. Don't you know he has a girlfriend? Gigi took a step back, intimidated by their aggressive stances. Wait a minute, she thought. This scene is so familiar. Haven't I seen this somewhere before? The classic restroom showdown. They really want to play it out like this, huh? She fumed inwardly. That little punk is at it again. Difficulty level increased by 1. This is going to cost extra. Feigning nervousness, Gigi's hand trembled, almost dropping her lipstick. The 3 women noticed her apparent fear and exchanged smirks. Look at her. Her hands are shaking so badly. She's probably about to pee her pants. After observing her for a moment, one of them declared, bottom line, Zhao Vietmin is taken. We hope you have some sense of decency and stop bothering him. Gigi burst out laughing. Ha. Excuse me. The 3 girls looked at her, puzzled. What's so funny? Seriously, this is hilarious. What era are we in? Still pulling this bullying crap? The 3 of you combined are probably the size of my shoe. Ha. The girls bristled at her words. Watch your mouth. What the hell are you talking about? Talk more, talk less, it's all talk, isn't it? How does talking less suddenly make you taller than me? Gigi retorted. The 3 girls were momentarily stunned by her sharp comeback. We all want him, so stop pretending. You're just looking out for his girlfriend. I'm sure she'll thank you. The blonde-haired girl at the front scowled, her anger rising. You got guts. Say that again. Outside the restroom, Xiao Ming stood, listening intently to the commotion inside. Unable to contain their fury, the 3 girls lunged forward, shouting, You slut. Sisters, let's teach her a lesson. Gigi laughed, undeterred. Oh my, are you really going to hit me? He'll be so mad. Don't be so rash. Assault is a crime, you know. I'll call the police. Do you believe this? 1 call from me and he'll be right here. Don't blame me when that happens. Did you think I'd just let you bully me? Dream on, ladies. Gigi's forceful rebuttal hung in the air. The 3 women stared at each other, dumbfounded, frozen for a moment. One looked at the others and whispered, Wow, she's tough. What do we do now? Another shrugged. How should I know? Ignoring the 3 women behind her, Gigi continued to gaze at her reflection in the mirror. Is my lipstick smudged? She murmured. Meanwhile, the trio continued their hushed panic. Come on, think of something. I'm trying. Gigi carefully reapplied her lipstick. The whispers behind her resumed. Maybe we should just leave. If you don't want to go, you go. She's too fierce. This is so embarrassing. Gigi pretended not to notice. Silly girls, she thought. Gigi turned to face them. You said he already has a girlfriend, right? So why waste your time on him? She sauntered past the gawking trio. Find a handsome, single guy. Don't waste your time. Excuse me. As Gigi opened the restroom door, she stopped short, surprised. Xiao Ming stood right there, staring intently at her. Xiao Ming, Gi exclaimed, her face lighting up. Are you looking for me? I saw you hadn't come back, Xiaoming replied, so I came to see if anything was wrong. Ngi be met. I knew you cared about me the most. He gave her a bright smile. You just recovered. I was worried you'd fainted in the restroom. That would be a big problem. Oh, it wasn't that serious. Gi chuckled. She threw her arms around him. So you were worried about me. I thought you came to see me make a fool of myself. Xiaoming laughed. Haha, you're giving me chills. The scene shifted to Xiaoming's apartment. He received a message from Ine. Wow, you know a lot. Could you teach me about wine sometime? Sure. When? He typed back. How about today? Today's no good. I'm busy all week. Reading the messages, Xiaoming thought, this silly Lin Ju is completely smitten. He leaned back on his bed and chuckled. So, something's up. Is this some kind of advanced test? 1,000 different faces, a severe case of multiple personalities. He recalled Gi's words in the restroom. You said he already has a girlfriend, right? So why waste your time on him? Xiaoming was puzzled. She can talk the talk. Clearly, she's in it for the money, so why that attitude? Wasting time with someone who has a girlfriend. He pondered for a moment, then it clicked. Damn it, get out of my head. Why am I even thinking about this nonsense? No matter what, I have to make her fall for me. Lost in thought, he was startled by a knock at the door. Knock, knock. A voice called from outside. Coming. It was Maggie. She slowly woke up. Who could be knocking so early in the morning? Who was disturbing her sleep? Still a bit hazy from sleep, she went to the door. Suddenly, appearing before Gi was Xiaoming. He held a small cake in his hands. Good morning, he greeted. He saw her just woken appearance. Gi was startled. I haven't even processed last night, and you're already here? Good thing my bare face isn't too bad. What's this? Just because you're handsome, you think you can ignore boundaries? You're definitely a player. Tonight, I have to write a report about you and send it to my client. Trying to appear calm, Gi feigned surprise. Oh my, it smells so good. What is this? Xiaoming explained, it's just a normal cake. I remember the customer who caused trouble for you last night, so I brought this as an apology. Hearing Xiaoming's words, Gi said, it's nothing, it wasn't your fault. There's no need. You're being too polite. As she spoke, she held out her hands as if to say, let me take it, while her mouth refused. Her true intention was, I'll put it on the table, right? He cut a piece of cake topped with a luscious strawberry. It looked so tempting. Gi ate without a second thought. So delicious. This is really just a normal cake? Why can't I ever find cakes this good? Seeing her devour the cake, Xiaoming chuckled. Ha, slow down. Look at you eat. Then, noticing a bit of cake on the corner of Gi's mouth, he considerately reached out and wiped it away. This gesture sent a shiver down Gi's spine. Her player radar activated, launching a hacking attack. Seeing Gi blushing, Xiaoming quickly pulled his hand back, waving it dismissively. Sorry. My niece eats like that, gets messy like that, so I couldn't help myself. As soon as he finished speaking, Gi unexpectedly took his hand, startling him. Then, she unexpectedly licked the remaining frosting from his finger. Xiaoming froze, his face flushing crimson. His eyes widened in surprise, and he stammered, You. Gi calmly looked at him and replied, Sorry, I saw it was dirty. I didn't mean to disgust you. He was flustered, his hands waving frantically. No, not at all. Seeing Xiaoming's embarrassed reaction, Gi smiled triumphantly. To cover his embarrassment, Xiaoming cleared his throat. Oh, right, there's an event at the bar tonight. Looking at Gi, he asked, Do you dare to come? Gi was taken aback by his swift change of subject. Inner monologue, he's so aggressive. And then he brings out cake. Oh, honey, you can call me Mimi. Inner monologue continues. With this place, with this resume, Zhao Viet Minh. Inner monologue continues. With my stunning beauty, you're ultimately a two-timing boyfriend. Inner monologue concludes. With everything that's happened, and him being a secret player, I'm determined to uncover the truth tonight. So, will tonight's event at the bar be the climax of this story? Gi and Xiaoming were now dressed up and ready to go. He'll probably try to hug her. Inner monologue. Welcome, guests. And Gi, will be utterly shocked by his actions. In the distance, Xiaoming's friends were teasing him, shouting, Woohoo! Well done, kid. You're in luck. Your first customer is a real beauty. Hearing this, Gi's head tilted in confusion, a question mark practically hovering above her. Xiaoming, sweating bullets, glanced back at his friends. All right, enough already. Go back to what you were doing. He turned to Gi, offering an explanation. I'm so sorry. We were playing truth or dare with my clients. I'll properly apologize to you once I'm done taking care of them. Gigi replied with a casual, "It's okay, good luck," and headed inside to find the owner. "Excuse me, could I get a beer?" Recognizing the beauty from before, the owner greeted her enthusiastically. "Oh, Miss Fuang, welcome back." Gigi smiled brightly. "My, you have a good memory." The owner continued to shower her with compliments. "Of course, a beautiful woman like you is hard to forget. Here's your beer. Nini Chuka. I like the sound of that. A little flattery goes a long way, Mr. Owner." Just then, Xiao Ming entered. He spoke to the owner. "She can't drink alcohol. Could you change that to a milk tea, please?" He turned to Gigi, a concerned look on his face. "You just recovered. You shouldn't be drinking." The owner looked at Xiao Ming, surprised. "Well, hold on. Is this boyfriend talk I'm hearing?" "Don't be ridiculous," Xiao Ming said to the owner. I have a girlfriend. Don't say things like that." The owner quickly apologized. I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by it." Xiao Ming turned back to Gigi, his gaze softening. "By the way, thanks for coming tonight to help me out." Gigi blinked, surprised. I didn't do anything." He looked at her intently. "Your presence is all the help I need." Gigi's eyes met Xiao Ming's soulful gaze. She stared back, speechless. Glancing at his friends, she noticed their disgruntled expressions. "What are you guys thinking?" "So, Xiao Ming brought me here to boost his numbers. Trying to show off, huh?" Xiao Ming turned to say goodbye to Gigi. "Well, I should get back to work. Enjoy your drink." Gigi replied, Okay. She picked up her milk tea. Turning to the owner, she asked, "Does Xiao Ming really have a girlfriend?" He lowered his voice. "Yes, she comes here sometimes. All the regulars know." Taking a sip of her milk tea, Gigi murmured, "Is that so?" In her mind, she mused, "This true Viet Minh, he really is attentive to everyone." She watched as Xiao Ming assisted another customer. "Sir, are you all right?" A woman swayed beside him, clearly intoxicated. "I feel awful. Finally found someone new." Xiao Ming asked, "Are you feeling unwell?" He turned to an employee. "Xiao Tan, could you get a warm towel for this customer, please?" "Right away, Mr. Min." Xiao Ming assessed the woman, noticing her instability, but maintained a respectful distance, careful not to touch her unnecessarily. "This is the girl who won the little bear, right? We saw you forget it after leaving the restroom through the camera." "What camera?" "The central AC unit." Gigi assessed the situation, observing the young man's behavior. "This is the real reason your girlfriend sought me out." Xiao Zhao addressed two incoming patrons. "Excuse me, you two arrived later." "Hello," they replied. "We didn't make a reservation. Is that all right?" "Yes, we still have space. Please come inside." Gigi, catching a glimpse of the newcomers, startled, immediately stood and shielded her face with her purse. She approached the bar owner. "Excuse me, owner, is there a back exit?" The owner, surprised, asked, "Is something wrong?" "If you're not feeling well, I can have Xiao Ming take you home." Gigi quickly refused. No, there's no need. Just tell me where the back exit is." "Well, there is one. Is something the matter?" "If you're uncomfortable, I'll ask Xiao Ming to escort you." Gigi instantly declined. No, it's fine. Just tell me where the back door is." By now, the two customers had entered. "Welcome." Seeing an available table, the woman with the man exclaimed, "Great, there's still space. I've been wanting to come to this highly rated bar ever since I saw it online last year. I know it was impulsive to suddenly ask you to drive 2 hours here." The man replied without hesitation, "It's fine, as long as you're happy. Wait here, I'll get the menu." "Okay, go ahead. Here's my bag." The bespectacled man approached the bar. "Owner, may I have a menu, please? I'd like to see the food options as well." "Thank you. Coming right up. Just a moment." Suddenly remembering Gigi beside him, the owner turned and asked, "Miss, you were asking about the back exit, weren't you?" Gigi, disguising her voice, replied, Restroom. I need to use the restroom." The man, intrigued by Gigi's strange demeanor, stared intently. "Here's your food and drink menu, sir." He paused, a thought dawning on him. That figure, that waist, so familiar. He gasped. Could it be? Gigi's mind raced. Restroom. Just get to the restroom. Suddenly, a hand grasped her arm. Nii. He lunged forward. "Is it you, Gigi?" Yanked backward, Gigi whirled around, her face a mask of shock. Her startled expression gave the man pause. Suddenly, another hand grabbed the man's arm. Xiao Ming had appeared. "What do you think you're doing to my customer?" Xiaotan arrived, carrying a basket of food. "Hello, here's your order." "Wow, Li Hong, you're amazing. You even got some for us. And bubble tea, too." Gigi's friend's eyes lit up at the sight of the food, practically drooling. "Mean, are you trying to feed the whole dorm? Why did you buy so much?" Li Hong asked with a grin, his eyes fixed on Gigi. Being able to make you ladies happy is my greatest joy." Gigi looked at him. "Right, on the phone you said you had good news. What was it?" Li Hong replied, Dan is coming to England. Do you know who she is?" "Ni Nisha Fei Bozaiten." Really? If that's true, then you and Ha Bang will have a friend here. She's also preparing to study abroad in England. The two friends eating next to them chimed in. If only I had a boyfriend like Li Hong. My dad would save a fortune. You're starting at the finish line, aren't you? Oh, hot me, mingy, mina so lucky. A handsome and successful boyfriend. Unlike me, I'm so poor I barely have any money left. I'm way poorer than Miyagi. Regardless, don't forget to invite us to your wedding. A talented man and a beautiful woman. A match made in heaven. It's destiny. No more talk. Just get married already. Yet Guy blushed at their teasing. Stop it, you guys, she exclaimed, her face crimson. Li Hong added, of course we'll invite you when we get married. Back to the food. Miyagi was delighted to see Li Hong had bought her favorite. This barbecue is the best, she declared, happily devouring a skewer. It's definitely my favorite. About the news today, well, she said she saw you and Ha Bang at the library being all lovey-dovey. She even said you two are officially a couple at school. She made it sound so real, it's ridiculous. She then pulled out her phone. I have proof. What's even more ridiculous is that Ha Bang's social media is full of posts like she's intentionally trying to make me jealous. She practically announced it. Li Hong laughed. Don't be silly, but it is pretty funny. All right, you should get some rest. She whined, but I miss you. He replied gently. If you stay up late, you'll get sick and won't be beautiful anymore. I know. I'm about to head to class. Get some rest. Good night. Gigi, still young and innocent, was happy to hear his affectionate words. Okay, good night. She closed her laptop. Her expression darkened. Gigi sat down at her desk. Suddenly, her phone buzzed with a notification. She picked it up and her eyes widened in shock. She stared at the screen, frozen in disbelief. Gigi, I am indeed dating Ha Bang. I didn't know how to tell you before, but since you've heard the rumors, I'll be upfront. I loved you very much and tried to give you everything I could. But now I'm tired. Gigi was stunned by the message. I don't want to struggle anymore for your sake. With each word, Gigi felt a growing sense of dread. I'm sorry, Nini. Upon reading those 4 words, Gigi's phone slipped from her numb fingers and clattered onto the desk. I didn't force you to struggle. What happened today is what you deserve. I should have slapped you 4 years ago.